day 21.
21.
21, not long now.
No.
How many sleeps till Christmas?
No. So we're doing a little bit of Christmas decoration prep today.
Yes, we are. So I don't know if you saw last year, but we created this little elf. He was supposed to be a doorstop, but everyone was just using him as a decoration. And he's very, very cute. And we were actually selling it as a PDF pattern last year. Yeah. But we don't have PDF patterns for sale on our website anymore. So what we thought was we would make one and show you how. And if you like the pattern, then just comment below. And we'll email you a PDF with the pattern pieces and the instructions. Yes. And you can go ahead and make your own.
You'll have to leave your email address, and if you do that, then I will just pop it on email to you.
Yes, exactly. So we've got everything pre-cut, so we'll show you what we're doing as we do it. But we're filming right next to the hamster cage at the moment because at the moment my daughter's hamster that was supposed to live in her bedroom lives in my sewing room because he's too noisy at night and he keeps her awake. And obviously no one's in my sewing room at night, so he lives in here, but he's heard us filming and decided to wake up.
He wants to come out for a cuddle.
I'm going to get him out for a little cuddle. This is little Jasper. Jasperino, Jasperelli, Jasperfarian. He has lots of names. But he is a little Syrian hamster. And we think he's what's called a winter white because, and can you see how he's gone all white? That happened as soon as the days started getting shorter, as soon as it started getting dark earlier. And there's a type of Syrian hamster called a winter white. And basically what happens is that in the winter they go white. And then in the summer, they go back to being jet black. So we'll see.
But he's only new, isn't he? You've had him about
since September. Ella got him as her starting secondary school sort of
present.
Yes, her
he's
companion.
Very cute. I've only ever seen him a couple of times because he obviously sleeps in the day. So when I come here, he's very often tucked up asleep.
Yes, he is.
But he wanted to come out and say hello today.
Say hello. So these are all our pieces. What have we got?
So we've got, this is the main body part. So this is just made out of felt and we've got 2 pieces.
And what did that start out life as?
That is, I can't remember.
It was a tailor's ham.
It was a tailor's ham.
It was a pattern that we were using for a tailor's ham class, and then when we were inventing the elf, we were like, oh, I know what we'll use.
Let's to put a hat on a tailor's ham.
Yes.
And then we've got the hat pieces, and the hat pieces are 2 different pieces for the front and the back because you can see you've got this curvature at the top, so you have to cut them slightly differently. And we have a shallower piece to go across the top of his face, so this one here would be the back. And then we've got a face piece, which you could do out of felt, but we've done it out of sort of this linen fabric. This is his nose, and then we've got a fluffy beard, a fluffy moustache, and some toy eyes. But you could just sew eyes on with black thread, or you could just use buttons.
Yeah, exactly. So step 1 is to put the face onto one of the body pieces. So we've used Bonder web that we've just put on the back of this linen fabric to make it really quick, but you could use glue or you could stitch all around it. Just bear in mind that these raw edges aren't going to be seen once everything's finished. I'm using a press cloth because felt doesn't like to be ironed.
Doesn't like heat.
No, or at least cheap polyester felt doesn't.
No. It was all going so well, and
what happened to my coffee?
Oh no!
It's gone all down the wall. It's going. In fact, we're too busy filming that it's still pouring everywhere. So right, coffee's cleaned up. Like it never even happened.
Smelling lovely fresh in here now.
It's all better now, so we can crack on with our elf.
Right, step 2. We're going to take our other felt piece. So we've got the piece with the face on, and we're going to put them right sides together. So just make sure the face is on the inside. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stitch from about 3/4 of the way up down to the point, across the bottom here, and then back up to about the same point. We want to leave the top open for stuffing. And with my hand, and the reason I've put my hand in is I usually find it easier to do a box corner if you kind of make it 3D. So all I'm doing is taking the point at which we've got these little cutout bits, and then all you're doing is trying to flatten it to make it a straight line. And you can see that your seams line up in the middle, and you want to just make one go one way, one the other, and then sew across to seal the box corner. There he is, all sewn together.
All sewn up and ready to be stuffed, but first we need to do his face. So I'm going to mark where I want his eyes to go, and this is where you can sort of inject a bit of personality, because if you put them close together they look one way, if you put them further apart they look another way, but you want to make sure that they're roughly halfway down the circle. So I'm going to go for that. And then you just want to grab an awl or a pair of scissors or something like that, so that you can push through your marking and kind of make a hole just to prepare for the eyes going through. If you've got big thick shafts on your eyes like ours, you might actually need to snip into it with a pair of scissors to get them in. Eyes done, and I always think they look like the little character from Adventure Time.
Yeah,
the kids used to watch this stage. So what we're going to do now is put on the beard. So you want to position that on the face so that when you put your nose on, it's just going to sit just above it. So it's entirely up to you where you put it. But once you've decided on the placement, then you want to pin it, take it to the sewing machine, and you're going to stitch across there and across here. So the beard's stitched at the edges, but if you want it to sit nice and snug around his face, then you can go ahead and flip it up and just put some fabric glue around the outside there. We use AUTACH, which is a permanent adhesive, and it dries really quickly. So I'm going to glue around the edge and stick that down. Whilst I'm at it, I'm also going to use the glue to stick his tash on as well. You could put a hand stitch in to hold it in place, but seeing as I'm going to have the glue out already, I might as well.
You can also hand stitch around the edge if you don't have AUTACH.
Yes, exactly. So, but you will see those stitches, so you want to make sure that it's in a matching thread.
Yes.
There he is, beard and tash ready to go. He's very fluffy.
He needs a nose now.
Yes.
So we've just got a round circle of the linen, and all we're going to do is we're just going to sew a running stitch around the edge of the circle. Once you get to the end, you can pull, and you can see that that will pull the nose in. Then when you start pulling on the threads, it will start enclosing it. And there we go. So what you want to do at the end is you just want to make some big stitches from one side to the other and pull them tight. And they're almost like just pulling the edges in so that it's got something sort of more structured at the end, holding it all together. And then you can hand sew it in position, or you can just glue it. So whatever is easiest for you. So get to the end, make a couple of knots so that his nose doesn't go pop, and then you're done. So there he is, nose attached. He's looking like a proper little elf now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stuff him. If you were making a doorstop, then you'd want something weighted in the bottom. So you could just bag up some rice or something like that, make a little parcel and put that in the bottom so that he stands up. But because ours is just a decoration, or it could even be a toy, then we're just going to go ahead and put polyester toy stuffing in, and we're going to stuff him so he's nice and firm or nice and soft depending on your preference. And now hat time!
Hat time!
So we've got two hat pieces, and clearly these bits are the tops of the hat and this is the bottom. And we just need to deal with this raw edge down here, just this curved edge here. And all I'm going to do is just turn it under and make a really simple hem. And once that's done, we'll put both pieces together just like that, and we'll sew around the edge.
So hat is made, that's all sewn and ready to go on. But before we do that, we need to sort out the top of his head. Now you could just leave it open, because even though the stuffing is visible, the hat is going to cover it. You could also just glue it together. But I'm just going to quickly sew around here. The seam's going to be on the outside, but it doesn't matter because it's all hidden. So I'm just going to stitch around here, close my hole for stuffing, and then we can put his hat on. Yay. So you've got two options for your hat. So you can just put it on empty, as Nikki has done here, and that gives him a nice floppy hat. She's going to put a little bell on the end. Or if you want his hat to stand upright, then you can go ahead and put some stuffing in the hat first. And then the last thing to do is just to pull his hat on, making sure that you're covering the top of the beard where you've attached it, and you're covering the little curve around the raw edge on your face. Once that's in position, Then what you might need to do, especially if you've stuffed it, is you'll at least need to put a couple of anchoring stitches on the seam of the hat to hold it in place. Or again, you could just run glue around the inside of the hat, or you could hand stitch it all the way around in a matching thread, and then your elf
is done. Yay!
So here we go, our finished elves. Now it's supposed to be rustic woodland elf. Nikki's stuck to the brief.
I have.
But I decided to bling mine up a little bit. So he's got a glitter headband and he's got a glitter bauble.
And I've just gone for 3 little bells on mine.
Yeah.
So they're very cute. I've called them Stanley.
Yeah, so when we've done this before, we've just used fleece or
Yes.
felt for the beard. But something about using not real fur, obviously,
In
but
fact,
proper fur that makes them very strokey.
let me show you my other one. So
Oh yeah, this is Mark
this
1.
was the original. So that's with the felt beard. So that shows you what it looks like with the felt beard, and you can see he's got a completely stuffed hat.
Yes.
By the way to the top. So they're like a little family.
Yes, little family of little family of elves.
Aww.
So we will, like we said, if we're happy to give the tutorial to anyone that wants it, all you need to do is comment below with your email address, and we will send it on to you. If you don't want to put your email address below, just drop us an email.
Yes.
Send it to mail@thestitchsisters.co.uk and just say, can I have the elf pattern please? And we'll reply
I'll get
with
it
attached.
to you. That's it.
Yes, so we've got one more thing to do today, and that is Advent. It's yours. Here we go.
Ooh.
Today's Advent. The shape is very misleading.
It is. It's got a hard bit, and it's got
to
another hard
keep
bit, and it's got a
to
squishy
keep
bit.
it nice. To keep it
nice.
Keep it like looking how it should.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. It's double wrapped. That's how special it is.
So it's probably easiest to open it there.
Okay. I feel like it's going to jump out at me or something.
It's not going to jump out at you. Woo! There we go. It did jump out at you.
Oh, wow.
That's a necklace.
Where did you get that?
Wow.
That is
There you are.
gorgeous. Look
Well,
at
it's
that.
got all the colours. So you asked where I got it. I actually got it online, and and I really, really loved. These are all different colour perspex bits, and there's a bit of bling in there as well.
Yeah.
But when it arrived, it had this horrible black leather strap that I really didn't like. So I changed the chain. I changed it to a gold one because I just thought that you would wear it more.
Yeah, I would wear it more with a gold one rather than a leather one.
I just couldn't imagine you wearing anything with a black leather.
Oh,
strap,
it's lovely.
So I
absolutely
pimped
love
it a bit.
Not only did you pick perfectly, but you pimped it yourself, and that's brilliant. Well done, thank you. So that's it for day 21. We hope you're enjoying this Vlogmas series as much as we are.
It's really got us in the Christmas spirit.
It has, yeah.
More prepared than ever before.
I know.
Which is brilliant.
So have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.